Okay, check, check, check. Hope you guys can hear me. Well, I've really pushed myself out of the way for this painting. Cool, good. That's more important anyway. Damn it, can't listen to my music now. What the fuck? Really wish that wasn't such a thing. Hi, Promethean. Thank you for being here. I don't know who's the other person. I still don't know how to look that shit up. Like an amateur. Perfect amateur. At least I can do that. God, my hair. My hair is fucked. Alright, wait a minute. I'm gonna just do that for now and then until. Okay. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing good. I forgot about this project here that I want to do. Oh yeah. This one's gonna be, oh man, I'm gonna be excited. Hi Kenton. I'll be really excited about doing that one. Oh my god, it's gonna be hanging. Florida Metal, hey! Oh, you guys are here. Thank you. Cool, cool, cool. I'm excited. Oh, what? Excuse me? She's like the best. She's the best. Not to mention that she carries the same name as my mother. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That girl can't get any better than that. That's Kirsten Dunst. I love her. I don't care. I don't give a shit what people say. I love her. I think she's wonderful. I've read a lot about her. I've seen interviews. I think it's just a wonderful person. Sorry guys, I gotta turn on air conditioning. Oh god. International news really kind of annoy me, that, to be honest with you, because like they really don't concern me. Yeah, I don't know about genius, but she's, she's a good actress, and I think there's just something so pretty about her and so sweet, and I don't know, just love her. So, Claudia. Yep. Oh. Prometheus, like, excuse me? Nah, he's trolling. He's trolling. I would kick him right out of my stream if he was serious. But I know he isn't. Yeah? No, yeah. So, yeah, I really have rage quit. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. In Guild Wars, man, that shit is so fucked up. Any Guild Wars 2 players in here watching right now, take my word, that whole Steam thing is the worst thing that they could have ever done. Just like Angela Merkel, our fucking our former chancellor of Germany, opened the borders to everybody from other countries. Open the borders for Steam players into Guild Wars 2? No, it was not a controlled effort. That was the problem. It was just let's just do it. Let's not even care what happens next. Let's just do it. No. I don't know. I should have never started this now, but anyway, what I was trying to say, I'm really happy about doing this. This will be wonderful because the biggest thing was too that I wanted to do Louis, but when I thought about doing Louis, I was like, that's not really accurate because I really also wanted to do Claudia. So it was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And then Kendra found this perfect picture, and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna just do that. I'm like, that is perfect. Let me just check some shit. Okay, I read your message, Promethean. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited about everything. I am still gonna do Vlad Tepesh too. Okay, of course. I'm still gonna do Vlad Tepes, but I have a different idea, okay? Because the trilogy is gonna be, I already did the Nosferatu. Then we have, the Dracula, and then I'm gonna be doing Louis and Claudia. Um, and that's going to be on my wall, even like this, a trilogy in my house. Now with Vlad, I have imagined that I'm going to do him, but him I'm going to literally hang on my stone wall above my chimney. The Dark Lord, okay, the guy that really was the real one of the real life vampires that was known, right? Um, from our Egyptian ancestors, he was one that was, there, and it was public, and it was, whatever. So he was the real deal in a sense. You know what I mean? So he will be above my chimney, and he will be coming after that. That's gonna be the next painting. This painting behind me, we're getting very close. I did some work on it, and it's coming along really well. It's never usually things that I do, they never go the way I want them. They either go better, or there's something that it's not fulfilling to me. Unfortunately, that's happening with this one, but it is still, I can still see the value of it, and I still like it. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've been working on, but I'm not gonna move my camera. I cannot move my camera away. Like, I cannot move it where the cable wiggles, because it'll cut it out. Yeah, that's a great fucking. Okay, so look at that. Let me turn the light off real quick. I can see it better. There. You can see. You can see. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too bad. I am pretty fucking, I mean, happy about it. Wow, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Is that good or what? I mean, hey, I'm pretty happy with it. I think I did a good job on capturing him. Um, so that works out. That really works out. And then I got him here. Yeah. And now look in the middle here. I forgot to pull him up now. Shit. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I can still do it. Always forget how to pull up another picture, but I'm I'm already working on the main guy here. Look at him. He's there. He is there. The outline is there. Let me see how. I do it all the time, and then I forget how to do it, and then it's like, how do I do it again? How do I get in? Oh, that's all I do. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, because they updated this program, I believe. So, okay, good. So I got I know now. Let's see. I'm fucking excited about having this finally hang on my fucking wall. That is wonderful. Because I'm so excited about this project that I literally kept a place bare, or two places bare on my wall to hang these two paintings, right? So Nosferatu is hanging there and just waiting. So this is the one right here. This is it. As you can see, yep, I have officially started on him. Oh, dude, this will be so great. I am noticing something already, though. This is good. That's good. That's good. Something I can correct. Oh, good. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you did. Yeah. So he's it. Can I put him? Yeah, I can put him right here. Oh, perfect. Wow, cool. Okay. Yep. this up. There it is. Got it. Got it. Yep. So that's who we're going to be working on. Well, that's just the first layer of that paint. For some reason, that paint is very thin. I don't know what that is. It's the same as all the other one, the same brand as all the other one. But with that one, for some reason, I have to do like 3, 4 layers for it to get thick. Yeah, like translucent. I don't know what that is. Uh, Strange. It's that particular red because the other red I have it doesn't do that. But it's not, you know, the right color. It's not the right tone of color with the other red. So I have to just do. So I have my first. Well, this actually already 2 layers right there. The fuck is that? It's like I believe there is a difference between a water-based acrylic, and then something different acrylic. I'm not sure, but it doesn't say anything about that on the bottle or anything. It just says acrylic. Easy painting. I don't get it. No, it's like actually more difficult because I have to do extra layers instead of just painting it 2 times or whatever. I have to do like multiple layers now. It's really not because I mean, okay, even so, this kind of looks cool. But that's not what I want, right? I don't want this to be like that because in the picture, you know how I am. I want to go particular with this picture, and in the picture, it's not see through. It's not transparent. It's an actual like a velvet or silk, I should say, covering that he's wearing. Like a silk coat or whatever, and that's what I want to paint. He's not wearing anything translucent. Um, but it doesn't matter. So this is how far I've gotten. I really like. He has been an issue the whole time. Like to get that expression. But I mean, I think I'm pretty close. To get that expression was, I mean, Kenja knows. I went through, and Promethea knows too. I went through freaking, oh my god. He would come there and he would look. He's like, you erased it again? Yup, erased it again. Because I'm going to continue erasing it until I get it exactly how I think is right. And this is the closest. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone now. Because if I do anything more, I'm just going to mess it all up. I just hope you guys find it up to par. I hope you guys see what I see because I can see it. You know. Um, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like something. I don't know. It's something. It's something weird with this particular color because it's the same brand. It's that apple barrel. Oh, I got it. Oh, I didn't bring that one. But it's this brand, right? And it says nothing different. And the weird part is like, for instance, this black and this white are very they cover very well. Like this white right here is the white that I use for this, and this is pretty much 1 layer, or maybe 1.5. But you see the coverage, and then the same brand of paint is this one, and I use 2 layers, literally 2 layers. So weird, isn't it? Thank you. I'm really happy. I'm glad you think it's good. Yeah. So yeah, this guy right here, I love it. I keep staring at it and I'm like, oh, I love it. I really think I did a good job. I think I want to do a little correction when you guys look at it, and don't laugh, but his top hat is a little bit taller here than the real top hat. If you look on the picture, I gotta shorten the top hat a little bit. I'm gonna do that, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. If I would have not said anything to you guys probably would have never even seen it. But it is a little too high. I mean, I could technically leave it like that, but I want it to be as authentic as possible, so I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, look at this picture. I mean, he does. He really does have a big, very large forehead. Um, I don't know. I have a large forehead. No, I think I got like a normal forehead. Yeah, it was weird, fucking. I don't know. But yeah. Oh my god, my fucking nose running again and everything. I like that citrusine that helped me so much. I think I gotta really look at that. No, I already know that I'm going to look in that into that page that you sent me, Prometheus, to get that fucking hey Zagros, to get that allergy medicine because I think it can help me. Yeah, it is fine. It's just it's a little too long in comparison, which is okay. That's the easy correction. That's a quick smudge with the black and then correct the shading a little bit, and that's it. That's perfect. But look at the shadow. I even did the shadow in there, just like how it is in the picture. A little different, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It works. It works. I'm really impressed with myself of his coat. I was really able to capture that shine of his coat, right? So, because that was my concern. When I started looking at his coat, I was like, this can be okay. Because you got to have that contrast in there, but you don't want to have too much contrast and all. But I really think I did a good job on that. Yeah, yeah, I'm happy with it. And of course, you see it on the camera. You guys are seeing it on the camera, and yeah, I know. But I was trying to figure out whether I had a fucking high forehead too, or a big forehead, but I don't think I do. I have other things wrong with me. Don't think I'm saying I'm perfect, but I have many things wrong. But that's not one of them, luckily. Okay, so yeah, so I'm really happy with how he looks, and I'm like, damn, I did a good job. So you know, I think tonight I'm gonna start a little bit of a light, starting the contours on the face, right? I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. I'm gonna pull the picture up on my phone, and I'm gonna start a little bit on that. I had a really I had a really long day today, guys. I had help. Luckily, Kenjin helped me with this, but it was. I mean, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I woke up at like 10 o'clock or something, and I did not sit down, literally sit down on the couch until I don't know, like yeah, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. I was doing stuff all day. I I I got a dining room set, so I had to literally, Kenjin and I had to literally carry the chairs from the store to the house one by one, 8 chairs, big chairs, and it was hot, and it was then starting to thunderstorm, and it was and to leave of the table, parts of the table. So then I had have the dining room in there. I'm still missing the table. It's gonna get picked up next Friday, but because that then I had to rearrange my whole living room, dining room, and everything, and it was just like, oh my. Then I had to water my plants, feed the cats, wash my laundry, which I still even got to put in the dryer. A bunch of other shit. It's been a long ass day, so I'm not even gonna get super crazy with this tonight. But we're gonna, I'm just gonna start a little bit on the contours there. So how is everybody doing? How was everybody's week so far? We're on Hump Day. I now stream on Hump Day, which is good. I'm off on the weekends, off from my main job basically, so that's good. And these people out there, they're crazy. All right, where's it at? Oh, okay. Yep. Wait a minute, I got two here. Which one's better? This one. All right, I gotta turn on the light now because I gotta be able to see. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. that's what happens when you do the thick layer. It shows through later on, but it's okay. It's all doable. I have done so many different things. I have solutions. Always have solutions for stuff. I'm a problem solver. Um, why'd you take that off? You said fuck it. I don't want to work. I don't want to work Thursday and Friday or something. You got something going on? It's party time for me every day. Party every day. Not really, but having a drinky poo is okay. Logically, I should be working on the weekends, but to make it a long weekend, okay, makes sense, I guess. So what I'm gonna look at here is you guys are seeing the picture, right? Yeah, you're seeing it. So you know what? I'm gonna move it over here so you guys can see it better. So wait a minute, is Monday Labor Day? Is Monday Labor Day? That means we're gonna be closed, I think. I didn't know it was Labor Day weekend. I never know the American things, the American holidays. No idea. Monday is Labor Day. Oh my fuck, we're gonna be closed. Oh no, I don't want that. I need money. Oh well. Okay, so actually nice. That means I have a 3-day weekend. Yes, I needed that. All right, good. This is good news, but bad news. But take the good with the bad, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna look at is his. I'm gonna right now focus on separating his hair from his head, right? You can see that his hair starts way back there. That's what it is. It's hard to kind of see, but you kind of can see, you know. So it starts way back there because he has this really high forehead, even higher than when he's a young man. What they did. Oh yeah, see, I don't get that. Oh no, we're gonna be probably closed. So, and even if we were open, I probably wouldn't get that. I don't think so. Um, but yeah. So what they really did, this is another reason why I really like this movie and everything, the costume designs, the makeup design, everything is they utilized it. They said, you know what, you have a big ass forehead, we're gonna use it. We're gonna use it to the advantage of the character that you are playing in this role. And I'm sure there were a lot of laughs on that note. You know what I mean? But you can see it because it makes him look freakish, right? It makes him look not normal. And then they added the hairstyle. The hairstyle is an obvious neoclassical hairstyle that women in the neoclassical times would wear often, right? Sometimes even bigger than that. But he did, I guess he probably didn't have enough hair, or they just felt that this was the design. So it's really a unique, so unique, right? I really wish I did more research on this matter, but it's like I really want to like credit the makeup artist and the hair artist and whatever you want to call it. It's fantastic, right? Because it gives you this. He's not normal. He's not normal by any means. So I'm gonna start to just look and okay. So okay, I can see. So it's nice again that it's a white background, so I can use my pencil and I just go over it. I don't know why I'm looking there. I got it right here. I'm fucked. Told you it was a long ass day. Okay, it's actually really perfectly split in the middle. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So you can see here, I didn't really do much more white, but it needs to be more white. Yeah, okay. That's good. I like it. Okay. So really it needs to be right there. And then extend the head more this way. Got my eraser right there. It's the wrong eraser, but whatever, it worked. Yep, it definitely works. So, do this better. Because what I don't want to do right now is I don't want to, yeah, I see what I gotta correct. I gotta extend this a little bit more. But I don't want to use the white right now because I can just do these things later, right? I want to make the just everything cut out and clear to where I need to go, what I need to do here. Okay, good. So now his jaw. Okay, I kind of go with the reference, and it is kind of okay. Goes like this, and then like this, and then they gave him that little hanging fucking like turkey neck thing that old men get, and they get older, old women too. But so he's got that going on, and then he's got a collar here, another collar from his undershirt. I'm gonna outline that too. Yeah, which is actually like this. Yeah, and he has what I really like also about the yes, that's absolutely yes. It was all about that. Yeah, I know with the translucent thing. Yeah, it does look like that almost. Um, yeah, it was. You know, you got people that know me know that I'm a huge fan of the neoclassical times. Marie Antoinette is one of my favorite people in the world that ever existed. So I know a lot about that stuff, and it's like it was all about the glamour, and but it depended on the country too that you were from. But at the time, France was the one, was the Borchikol, as we say in German, like was the more when Marie even was, you know, married off to the French court. It was her mother told her, "This is not Austria. This is France. This is a different world." The gossip, the drama, it was just crazy. You know, it was pretty much like kind of like you would probably think today would be Hollywood, right? All the actors in Hollywood, that's kind of like how it would be, you know. So yeah, it was wild. These were wild times with new. That's why I call neoclassical. Neo, the Latin word for new, right? Because new things were coming, new styles were arriving. The queen always got, or the Dauphine, and then the queen always get the best stuff, of course. Spending money, gambling, doing everything, But yeah, so they kind of took that, and yeah, men were the same. You wanted to be in style, you had to be in style. If you weren't, especially as nobility, you were people would talk about you badly, gossip. I always see shit floating in my drink, and sometimes there is actually shit floating in my drink, but a lot of times there isn't. Powdered wigs and powdered everything was for everybody, because what it was is that the bathing did not really occur that much in those times. It was literally a an awful shit fest. Like people would shit in the corners of the castle. Like if you were royalty, they would literally go in corners of their castle and poop there, do their business there. Servants, they would have to take a bath. They would have to take a bath after each other in the same water, but everybody had to go after the king. The king was the first one to go, and then everybody else had to use the same water after the king. So, so the powder was a big thing to cover the stench of people's really greasy and sweaty smell. The powder would be perfumed, and it would cover their smell and their stench, because people were not bathing. Bathing was like every few months or so they would actually bathe. So that was a big thing why they had the powder going on. It was the powder was put everywhere to cover the grime and the smell and everything. So it was pretty much like the same standard still was maintained, that the less the better, right? Just like a woman, my mom always said, if somebody cannot tell that you're wearing makeup, you're doing it right, right? So that's how I've always based it. But I like heavy eyeliner and stuff at times. You guys know that. Not like this. I can be like this, but there are times where I find heavier makeup more appropriate, whatever. But the standard was the same. The less, the better, right? But if you had really a lot of powder and a lot of these things, you were really a greasy person. Yeah, it was very dirty. It was very dirty. People would dump their buckets in the peasants' towns, right? The regular people, the not royalty, they would literally take the buckets with poop and pee and everything, that the whole family, and they would dump them out of the windows of their houses onto the streets. And the stench in like Paris and stuff was the worst in the world, and that is one of the reasons how the Black Plague even started. Because then the feces caused the problems of the rats and these things, and then the diseases. That is how this all went. Yeah, very unsanitary times. That's it's weird, because that may sound weird to you, but that's one of the reasons why I'm so interested in it, right? Because it's so unimaginable in today's world that people lived like that, and that it was normal to them, right? Because we are like, we're like, that is so fucked, but for them it was like, just another day, right? You stinker. You too. Have a good day. You know what I mean? It's like it was normal, and that's so interesting. That's why I always talk about this book, The Perfume, Das Parfum, by Patrick Süskind, a German author. You gotta read it. It it concerns itself with exactly this topic that we're talking about right now. Yep. Yep. It was all because also the sewage. They didn't have sewage systems, right? So it all just seeped into the earth, into the soil. hmm I got really interested in this topic, in this history, is when in high school, in history class, when we started talking about King Louis and all of this stuff, and then we started learning of this. We read in the history books, and our teacher taught us, and I was so appalled, and I couldn't believe it, and that's how I really started to get interested in all of these things, and then I expanded that on um the Empress, the Empress of the Night, Catherine. I expanded on her history, and mainly on Marie Antoinette. There's like pretty much nothing I don't know about Marie Antoinette. I've read like 4 books on her. Like watched every movie or show she ever had. Like so it was just interesting, very interesting times. Interesting how royalty worked, how money was treated at the time. A lot of similarities, of course, like when it comes to the political aspects to today's world. There's a lot of similarities there, but yeah. Well, the Romans were really the first ones, but it didn't catch on, like that. Um, no, that's not really how it was. The king had everything. The king got things delivered to him from all over the world. I mean, he was he was everything, because we know where royalty initiates. The king is becomes king. He is the closest to God. God upon this earth to, serve God and to represent God. That's where royalty comes from initially. Well, at least royalty in that sense. Now, if we go back further, we go to the Viking ages, it was a little bit different, right? It was more of a social thing, right? It was more like who people were looking at it in a more logical way, who could do the better job of ruling our country, right? But it was more when it comes to these times, it was more about the heritage. It was, passed on, and but whatever. You know, um, just really wild and cool times. So yeah, but anyway, so it's all great. What I was going to expand on, which I'm gonna do now real quick, is like when you really look at his robes, is that you can see on his robe the emblem of a dragon, because the order of the Dracul, right? The order of the dragon. Um, and what they also did is they made it look very similar to a Slavic folk dress, a man's Slavic folk dress. I wear these folk dresses sometimes on stream. When you look at past videos on YouTube, you can see me wearing a Slavic folk dress. That is what the people wear in Romania, Ukraine, Yugoslavia, which is Serbia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, blah blah blah, Czechoslovakia, all of these areas, we wear Slavic folk dresses, and they did such an amazing job of representing that in the design of his costume here. Okay, it's exactly built after it. It has puffy sleeves, not as puffy, but puffier. Um, Wonderful job, wonderful job. So oh yeah, I never knew that. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, it's just, sometimes, well, especially back then, things, news of some sort traveled just very much slower. There was not all of these ways of receiving news, right? You didn't have internet, you didn't have, you had mail, but somebody had to hop on a horse and then ride. And if you were across the big ocean, then somebody had to go on a boat, and it would take weeks. It would take 3 to 4 weeks. So news traveled very slowly back then. That's probably why the sewer system was not really up to par there in the other part of Europe, like England and France. Jesus. Okay, that took me a minute, but yeah. So, see, and we can like talk about all of this shit, and it's so really awesome. Like how it's so weird. When I was a teenager, I was never really interested in these type of things, right? It was like, fuck it, I was more an athlete and art or whatever I did, music, listening to it. I wasn't actually a musician at that time, but the older I got, the more interested I got in these other things, right? Where my mother would sit there and tell me some stuff like, "Don't you find that interesting?" I'm like, "No, mom, I find it boring and lame." And now I'm sitting here and I find these boring and lame things interesting. I guess it comes with age. Sorry if we're doing a lot of talking tonight. I'm tired. I told you guys already. Anyway, so let's do some face stuff. I'm gonna zoom in. Oh yeah. So there's a lot of wrinklage going on there, which is really good because, yeah, okay, I can see. I can see. So when you guys can see, you can see the contrast, right, between the back. This is darker. This is a lot darker, and then this part is lighter, right? So I'm going to just kind of separate those two so that I can know where to do my shading more later, right? Because what I'm going to do later is I'm going to go in there with a little bit darker white than this white and start doing the shading and slowly, work this in. So I'm going to go, maybe I'm going to just zoom out a little bit. And, okay, uh, so I look at the ratios, right, between where does his hair start to where does the the separation from the yeah, that's good. So then it kind of goes like this. Well, what I actually ended up doing here now is starting on his wrinkles here, where this is where the whiter part is compared to the dark. This is the darker here, and then this is the whiter part. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. So then he has more. So he's got that one, and then he's got a big one that goes above there like this. Yeah. And then you make sure you have the, because it is a thing of perspective, right? The shading and of the perspective, because this is more like extruded, right? Because this is the big forehead. So the shading and the lining and everything determines, you have to catch the perspective. It's straight ahead, and you want to make sure that you can, by shading it properly, that you can show the person looking at the painting that he's, 3D, if you will, right? For lack of better. Sometimes, like, some days I have really a hard time to articulate myself properly. It's really strange. I think when I'm tired, this occurs, but today is one of those days. I'm sorry about it, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, you're not dumb, so you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna look a little bit more. What I kind of want to not do this time around. What I made many mistakes with him here. My problem was that I didn't go really deep into the pencil aspect with him. Right. That's why I had to correct him so many times, because I didn't have the certain points that are very important points in creating that, and I just kind of skipped them. I just ran through that, and then when I started actually using the paint, that's when I had to keep on correcting it, erasing it, correcting it, blah blah blah. I want to try to prevent this from happening with this. It's not going to be so difficult. This one is not going to be so difficult. It's really straightforward, literally. In he's facing forward. He has a straightforward look. It's just a exhausted, evil look. It's not like a, how he looks at Elisabetta there. He's about to go off to war, and he loves her, and he doesn't want to leave. And there are many emotions involved, and that's also the look on his face. This one, straight to the point. It's going to be easier, right? The colors are also not very crazy with this one. With this one, very crazy, because you're trying to get the shading correct. This is going to be simpler, so it's going to be okay. Oh, good, Necro. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, look at that. Take a look at him here. Look at that. Sick, eh? Coming along good. Fuck. Of course, Tuna fucked up my camera, as usual. It's a piece of shit, guys. It's really just the cheapest. It's not the cheapest. It's like the mediocre cheap, right? There are cheaper, but they're also more expensive. Better. But I just said, I just get that when that's not. I have to spend $100,000 on a fucking camera right now. Yeah, okay, that's okay. You guys can see. As long as you guys can see. Okay, so yeah, so here comes now the part where it gets a little more tricky, right? Because you want to make sure that you have the eyes, the the eyes, the eyes. Look at his eyes. So we can know is it's very thick, like his eyebrows. which the hair is not there, but the brows themselves, like this part here is very thick, right? Shading will show that. I'll do that all later, but right now I'm making the lines to determine where is the position of all of these things, right? Because that's what needs to be figured out first. The position of all of these and certain. I always see like certain key parts that I underline to that I give myself the thing like, oh, okay, you got to pay really good attention to that particular one later on when you use the paint. Right. Yeah. For instance, I see this shade here that is important. It's another shade that's important to show how big is his forehead, how is this all extruding out like that. And then I did these lines, and then, okay, so these lines are longer, so it goes down more. And then I'm going to start a little bit. Okay, so I see this line here, and this line there. And now don't freak out, guys. This might extend, it might have to extend the chin more, okay? But it's okay. This is just the first graph here of the eyes. I'm just gonna do. Yeah, see, this is really easy because the eyes are just not, nothing really special. So okay, okay. And then the nose, always with that fucking Gary Oldman, man, his nose is so strange. It's so very hard to get that nose correctly because he has a pointy nose, but it's not a big nose. Because a lot of people have pointy noses, they have long noses. Okay, okay, but with him it is a pointy nose, but his nostrils are not very visible. They're kind of like underneath more. People a lot of times with long noses they have the nostrils a little bit even on the side. My dad had it like that, right? He doesn't. He doesn't have that. They're straight up underneath how they're supposed to be. But then the nose is also like it bends a little bit, but it also has a straightness to it. It's it's really difficult to do that nose because it's straight, but it's not straight, and it's just like it. Ugh, I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep on going and see what happens. Yeah, like this. Ooh, nope, can't do it like that. Okay, there's that fucking part. Especially in this one because they actually put more makeup on him that or it's not even makeup. It's like the whatever they call it, that rubber shit that they put on people for masks and stuff. So they did that with him here. So that makes his nose. They underline these things that are just crooked and wrong with his nose, and made it even more difficult to be able to recreate in a sense, right? Okay, so I see that the bridge goes closer together there, like this. Oh, you guys can't even see anything that I'm doing, but it's okay though. I'm sorry. If I turn the light off, then you guys can see, but then I can't see, or maybe I can. Let's see. Yeah, I can. I can still see. So I'm just gonna do it like that. Yeah, and you guys can at least see a little bit better. Yeah, see, it looks kind of fucky. It's kind of fucky, huh? Oh, I erase that. Here we go, guys. Here's where it begins. That's okay though. I'd rather erase that shit many times, the pencil shit many times, so that I can get it really, really straight. You know what I mean? than having to erase the fucking the paint part, because that is not fun. I tell you that is not fun to me. I think I made the eyes a little bit too small because they look very small in the picture, but in the comparison that because my painting is bigger than the picture, so the eyes are bigger, right? And I've always boasted to you guys about how good I am with the to transform the size, and I gotta stick with it. I gotta do it the right way if I wanna be known to be good at that. So did I just hear the baby smells? Oh my goodness, he is so bothersome. The baby smells, the baby smells. Oh yeah, I think this is already better. Yeah, I think this is already a better thing. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking for key points here, key parts. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So this is really goes just like this, just like this. And sometimes even see, I started with the nostrils the first time. Sometimes changing your approach, that can help a lot, because then you do it from a different angle, from a different perspective. Might turn out better. A lot of times that happens for me when I do that. So we want to really, because it's really, if you guys look close at the picture, you can really see how it's really narrow at the beginning and then really expands down, right? So we want to, you have to kind of really look close at the picture to see it, but it does do that. So because I have a close up here of the picture, so these are, when you do portraits, everything is important. Everything. If you want the portrait to be correct or as authentic as possible, every detail is crucial. So just gonna let you guys know that right now. In case somebody says, "Oh man, I'm gonna try it out." Do it. Really do it, because I can tell you right now that when I first started, I was horrible at portraits. Right? I was just told you guys I won an award in elementary school for doing my own self portrait, but technically I always had an issue. That's why I shied away from portraits for a long time because of that. And then finally I said, man, fuck that shit. And then I've been doing good. I've been doing good. My Ozzy Osbourne looks. Necro knows my Ozzy. Kenja knows my Ozzy. Zagros knows my Ozzy. My Ozzy looks good. My Ozzy looks like Ozzy. My Ozzy looks more like Ozzy than Ozzy himself. No, that's not true. That goes for my Kurt Cobain one. That was a gift to somebody. A fucking piece of shit that gave it back to me. But whatever, it doesn't matter. My Kurt Cobain looks more like Kurt Cobain than Kurt Cobain himself. It's true. No, I'm doing good. I have really, you know, I'm getting better at this portrait stuff, because that's what I really want to get good at, right? Because that's where the talent lies. My famous ones. I wish. No, that's okay. We already know how it goes for artists. When they die, that's when the pieces could become valuable. When I die, at least my brother will have money. Yeah, the Aussie's good because the Aussie went from a pencil a drawing to a painting with encouragement from somebody else, of course, but said, do it, paint it. And I was afraid because I thought I was going to fail at it. I thought I was going to fail. That was really my second actual um portrait painting, not just drawing. So I was afraid, right? I was afraid to take the brush and go, and now I fucked it all up. No, it came out good. It's come out good. But then my best one so far is the fucking is Wotan, Odin, my Odin. That's, everybody knows who that is. It's Anthony Hopkins, which I used as the guy that's Odin, Because I imagine that if Odin looked like anybody, he would look like Anthony Hopkins. That's really what I think. Like, it just, I don't know, for some reason in my head it just makes perfect sense. So I used Anthony Hopkins, and I wish Anthony Hopkins could see it, because Anthony Hopkins would say, oh, I think that does look like me. Anyway, I got work to do. What am I talking here? Talking way too much. Okay. So we got, so we got all this weight. Oh, guys, I think I made the bit, I think the size of the head is, I don't think I have to extend anything. I think this is good. I think I might have to. It's that fucking nose. I'm telling you guys. I feel like I'm gonna make it longer. It's not long enough. It's gonna be a little bit longer. Yeah, I can already know that this was the right choice. Yeah, because like that's even another thing. When you go by pictures and whatever you go by, the shine truth we say in Germany. The seem this what it seems um could betray you, right? So the shades that you see, the shadows that you see, um, I know, right? Oh my god! No, I can put hashtag Gary Oldman. Put hashtag fucking Anthony Hopkins. Oh my god! No, you guys know I have some actors that I would really like to meet, and Anthony Hopkins is my number one. Everybody knows that. Who's my number two, guys? You know who's my number two of actors that I want to meet. My number three would probably be fucking well, my number three is Tom Hanks. Okay. My number three is Tom Hanks. My number four is definitely Gary Oldman. But who's my number two? People here that know me, who's my number two? I know you know this, Promethean. Actor Anthony, who's my number two? Gonna get bonus points if you do it, if you say it. Brownie points. Yeah, I got my Anthony Hopkins. No, Johnny Depp would be better. Yes, ma'am. Johnny Depp would be like my fifth one. So it's Anthony Hopkins, Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks, and what I said, Anthony Hopkins, Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks. What I say was my Gary Oldman, and then Keanu Reeves, and then Johnny Depp is my sixth one. That's male. That's not female is not discussed yet, but the male actors. Yep, that's my Anthony, Jim, Tom, Gary, Johnny Depp. Oh, Keanu. Yeah, that's I say it all the time. He's my husband. He just doesn't know about it yet. No, he's too old now. He's too old. He's like what, 20 years older than me? He's too old. That's too old. Now back in the 90s, if I would have been the age that I am now, that would have been, it's so funny because like actors don't age, because the movies they age, but you see fucking what is it the Matrix, and he was what, like probably like 29 or 30 when he did that movie, but at the time that movie came out, I was like 15 or something. You know what I mean? So it's like, but Leo is good too, though. I like Leo too. Very great guy, I think. Oh my god, I sound like Donald Trump. Great guy. Great people. That's hilarious. Okay. Alright. I had some stuff here that I just saw. I don't know. Like I just look back at the picture and I just see random stuff, and I'm just like, all right, let's do that. Okay, okay. Yeah, he does have that there. Why? Oh, Keanu looks better now, or Leo? That's a good. That's a good question. Which one are you talking about? Because I think that Leo looks better now than he looked when he was younger. I didn't really think he was so cute, just like Brad Pitt. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Brad Pitt and Leo, right? When I'm like 13, and I was just like, not really. I was a Keanu girl, and everybody's like, Keanu, oh my god, no. No, I don't know. I think Keanu is kind of like raggedy looking now with his beard, and I'm not a beard person. Like I don't know. I'm not a beard person. When I was younger in my 20s, I was really a beard person, and now I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of like whatever. Doesn't So I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Um, no, we called what my mother always called Brad Pitt and Leo. She always called him Midge boobies. That's funny because booby means whatever in English, but boob is another word in German for kind of like boy, right? It's a southern slang for boy, and Mish means milk. So it's kind of she called him milk boy. Milk boy. It's a typical term you say in German. Milchbubi is like no Milch, milk, milch, and then booby, boob, like B-U-B, boob, Milchbub, and it means like somebody that has like a boyish face, right? It's like really boyish. He's a boy. He's a milk boy, right? So my mom always said, "Those are milk boys." Mish boobies. That's not what a man looks like. And I'm like, well, I mean, you're younger than her, but still, right? Even for me, she's like, no, that's not it. And Brad has not aged well at all. He looks old. I wouldn't even say old. He's not old, but he looks kind of like he's had a rough man. That's what he kind of looks like. Leo has aged wonderfully, really, really aged well. But I can't even say anything because when I'm 60 or when I'm like 50, I don't even want to know what I'm going to look like. I mean, look at me now. Look at me now. Wrinkles and fucking everything. What am I going to look like then? Oh my god, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this. I don't like talking about this age crap because, I don't know. I see what goes on here. Okay, so we have this. Goes there. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Correct that more later, but for now, that's pretty decent. Decent. Alright, so now I'm going to do the mouth. I'm going to try to do the mouth, which is like really crucial because it, the, people don't understand. The littlest thing that you don't do right with the mouth is huge. I had that issue with him. It still doesn't look like it's almost open. And in the movie, it's actually a little open. You didn't see it in the picture. But it still does not look like that over there. It's so hard to capture mouths properly. People don't think that. They think mouths are that's easy, just like no, it's not easy because mouths are very subjective. Like they look very different for every person and every expression. Yeah, I think I got it though. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, he is. He is. You know, I had no idea. Now, Johnny Depp, for instance, aged well too, I think. Aged, I guess normally, I would say. Like normal. He's what, 59? When I read he was 59, I was like, dude, 59? Would have never guessed that. Would have said 50. I would have said 50. 59? Almost 60 years old, Johnny Depp? No way. No way. I think he aged really well. Even so, a little drinky poo. But I think Brad was the same. But I think Brad had other issues too. But that was coincidental just now. So I'm just gonna say that real quick. Uh, but it makes you think then, okay, a little drinky poo's not gonna make you look super old, okay. But all that other stuff will make you look old as fuck. Especially smoking cigarettes. Yeah, millions of dollars helps. Yeah, that's for sure. Shit. There's definitely one thing I would do. If I had that money, I would do one thing. I would get my belly sucked out, the fat out of my belly. That's it. That's it. That's all I would do. Just giving myself a head start. That's it. Because everything else, I'm okay. That's okay. It's not. Oh, oh my god. Tommy is such a crazy fucker, dude. He's crazy. He's fucking crazy. The man flies jets, literally, in real life. Like, but I love him. A fucking crazy ass Scientologist, but I love him. I fucking love that guy. I don't know why. He aggravates me, but I still love him. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Yeah, he's aged well, but yeah, he's got a lot of wrinkles, but his wrinkles are really like what do you call it, crow's feet. He laughed a lot in his life, and that's good. That's good wrinkles. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Like a fucking doll stuffing him. Hail Tom! These fucking Scientologists, they're crazy, dude. They get some weird ass fucking ideas. Whatever, man. Whatever you like. I don't give a fuck. But you fucking other people around, that's when I get pissed off, right? When religion fucks other people around, that's when I get pissed off. That's it, you know. And I've seen some stuff where I know that stuff is pretty non legit. Let's put it that way. Ooh, he's got like a big wrinkle there. Ah, yeah, I see it. I can see it. Oh my god, this is gonna be great, guys. This is gonna be so great. I have gained my confidence back. I was already thinking today, I was like, oh man, I'm probably just gonna be really bad at this tonight, but no, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Definitely doing it. I'm gonna start this a little more here. Yeah, it is funny that Scientology, right? That they make the members to pay. You gotta pay. It's money, 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 money. You know that's the sad part about this. Is the money all the time. You know, if your religion requires you to be, a shitty person to other people, and you have to pay so much money, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. How can you not see it? That's just my thought. It's like, come on, this is nonsense. Don't be stupid. Yeah, I can see. See, I'm erasing this white here to tell myself, right? You got it, right? Because the face is a lot narrower. This is the same over here. I have to go over this with the gold from the from the frame, but gotta make sure that we narrow the face because I can see. So that makes me know that the see, but as you keep going, things they become visible to you, right? Where it needs to be corrected, and it's a beautiful thing, but it can be also an annoying thing. But yeah, see, this goes a little more this way, and then it goes straight now. So this all needs to be erased. Oh yeah, we're getting a shape there. We're getting a shape, guys. Oh no, listen. It's I do a lot every day, right? I really try to bust my ass. I try to fit. It's really weird because I picked up this thing and it really has stuck with me. You guys know I like Family Guy, right? I watch every episode. I've seen every episode multiple times. Like I know my way around Family Guy. And there's that one episode where Stewie is very scared because he finds out that when you die, there's nothing, right? That's the atheist, so it's atheist, or you don't even have to be an atheist to think that, right? I can see that this is quite a possibility. This is probably the most probable thing that will happen when you die. But, I have my beliefs and my ancestors and which are the gods. So there are also the beliefs that, and the knowledge that science has brought forth that there are things within us, right? A spirit, whatever. So I think of Valhalla, right? But of course the logic in me says, how? How is this possible? We haven't discovered it scientifically. So there's going to be eternal silence and eternal blackness. That's it. Okay, so, but whatever, I think, it doesn't matter. But Stewie, because Brian tells him, like, that's what I believe, right? I'm an atheist, I don't believe in a God, and I don't believe in an afterlife. I believe there's nothing there. And then Steve freaks out, he's like, so what the hell is this all about? Why are we here? What are we doing? Like, why is this all happening? Like, none of this makes sense. Like, I might as well just end it now because I don't know when it's going to happen and there's nothing after, so there's no point, right? So Stewie, just throughout the episode, he just keeps on trying to kill himself, right? And Brian, or he does it like a couple of times or something, and Brian keeps telling like, "What are you doing, Steve?" He's like, "Well, what's the point? What's the point? I'm just may as well end it now. I'm so scared. I don't know what's gonna happen, and blah, 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 blah. What else should I do? What else should I do?" And then Brian gets into this little emotional, right, little speech with him and says, I believe that, you know, he says something along the lines, he says, the universe is so vast and the possibilities are so endless. I believe that we're on this planet here to find these things out, right? Our purpose, because Stu's like, what's the purpose, right? And Brian's like, the purpose is exactly that, to find out what's the purpose, pretty much, right? To find out what's after that. And so what you need to do pretty much is not, don't kill yourself, but just fill your day. Try to fit as much things as you can into your day, because as of right now, when you're dead, you're dead. You can't do anything. So just do as much as you can each day until you die, because make each day count. And you know and so for me, it's like, I always, the sentence was, I think the literal sentence was, try to pack as much as you can in each day. And that fucking sentence resonates with me so hard. And then also the end of the episode, I don't know if any of you have ever seen the episode, but at the very end of the episode, they show Earth, and then in cartoon, like a cartoon Earth, and then the camera wears away and it starts showing all these stars and all these galaxies, and there's this epic music behind it. It goes like Star Wars, and you see and it's just like, to show how huge and endless this universe is, and how huge the possibilities are, how endless everything it really is, right? So yeah, so for me, it's like I pack my day each day with fucking so much stuff. But when I sit and I watch something, and that was my whole point, I was gonna talk about, oh yeah, the Scientology thing. I watched that whole fucking season with that actress. What's her name? I forget her name now. She played in the with Doug. Her husband in the show was called Doug. His name in real life is Kevin something. Kevin. What was her name? What was her fucking name? I forget it now. Ah, the Queen, King of Queens was the show. King of Queens, and she was the wife of fucking Doug. Her husband's name was Doug. That's Kevin. Kevin, what the fuck? I think it's Kevin. I think his first name is Kevin something. Anyway, that actress, her name in the show was Carrie. That actress, she is a former Scientologist, and she made that entire like what do you call it, like the live show, not a live show, but I can't remember the word now. You know, like reality show. Okay, so she made the whole reality show of uncover. She left the Scientology and of uncovering all of these horrific things that the Scientology that they do. She made that whole show, and I find some of these things. I can know that some of these things is just like you're just like, oh yeah, I can believe that, right? I can believe this person that's saying this, like there's bad things and fishy things happening. But so many of these people that speak there are just so over the top, man, and it's just so that it makes it so extremely difficult for me to believe, because you can see that they're on that television in desperation of wanting to be famous for talking badly about this religion. But that's what I mean. I do believe there's probably fishy and shitty shit going on, but I also believe that there's so much that these people just blow so out of proportion just to be on TV. I mean, you guys know I am a very bit of a conformist with some things, right? I was called that before, a conformist. But I am the type of person where it's like when you're a grown ass person, and I can really relate this obviously kind of more to men, but also to women in a way a little bit, like I'd say about fucking like 30% when it comes to the woman and like 90% to man. You know what I mean? Where it's like crying on TV, on national slash international television, is just like, bro, come on, please. Like, have some self control. There are, of course, there are exceptions. There are always exceptions to these rules, even my own rules, right? My own opinions, my own rules that I make for myself. That's why I'm such a conformist. But whatever, it's just raised a certain way, and it was so integrated into me that it is an emotional feeling. And as long as I know that it's not like wrong and doesn't hurt anybody, I'm not gonna sit here and really dissect that shit and be like, oh, maybe I should change my opinion. No, I'm gonna have this emotional feeling about it, and I think it's okay, and I'm probably always gonna have that, and always gonna feel like that. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, I think it's okay. But my opinion really is on that, like, and especially okay, so like I said, there are exceptions to the rule. Like a parent lost their child to death. If the fucking parent cries on TV, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I won't say shit about it, because there are extreme situations where, I mean, you just can't. Like, it's like the most horrific thing happens, you cry. That, and then sincere tears, right? You got a grown ass man that starts sniffling. There's a couple of tears. He wipes them away, and then he takes a breath and he keeps talking, right? I get it. It's sincerity. It's sincere. But when you got a grown ass man up on there talking about they separated me and my wife, and he's literally like this, and there's like tears flowing down. He's like over something that's really not even like, and he'll talk about something like they separated my wife and I for 2 weeks or some shit like that, right? Like something like, okay, that's shitty, that's kind of crappy. 2 weeks, yeah, okay, you were sad, but I mean, that's sad though. I mean, you guys sit here and be like, I can't. Can you stop the camera? It's like, okay, my dog died. Like, I wouldn't even cry like that about that. Even so, like, I'm super emotional. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like and my dog means more to me than people. Like, just so you know, right? So I will have a little bit of a, and then I'll be like, okay. You're talking here to people. People are watching you. You don't need to ridicule yourself. You're like, pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. But that's how I know there's a difference. There's a difference between somebody really just like totally going like, oh, crazy for the attention, for the fucking ratings, and somebody sincerely sitting there suffering and having a couple of tears come down and just being fucking really emotional and sad about something, and then controlling and grasping themselves and then moving along, being a professional, right? So it's like, so that show has more of the shit than you know, because like there's, for instance, there's one guy on there that gave multiple interviews. That at first when I first listened to him talk, I was like, I don't know. The more often I saw him, I was like, because he was really speaking of some shit, like some physical abuse toward him, abuse about him, saying he had to cover. He stood there and had to witness abuse on others and didn't do anything about it, and he blamed himself about it. That's something that's hard, right? He sees a young woman or a young man beaten up, and he stands there and he lets this happen and he doesn't do anything. So he got a little bit emotional about that. I can understand that because it's guilt. That guilt is in there forever. He will always have that guilt until he dies. He will have that guilt. So he got a little bit sniffly, but he wiped his tear, and then he continued the interview and he composed himself, and he was doing a better job than somebody who was like, "This separated me from my wife for 2 whole weeks." Take a break, buddy. Let's go to commercial break. It's the time now. Come on, man. I can't. Like, so that's the thing when it comes to that Scientology shit. It's so hard for me to. What is really the truth? You know, I don't think you can know the real truth unless you have actually been there and you have been part of it, right? If you are very well with human characters and you can interpret things very well, like I am, that's a gift in quotes. Funny enough, like strangers, I can interpret like really quickly, but when it comes to people who are close to me, it takes me years to see that they're pieces of shit, or that they're actually really good people, and I thought they were pieces of shit. Okay, that happens to me. I don't know what that is, but when it comes to outside, that is the shamanka in me that I can know by so many different things that people do, how their mannerisms, their expressions on their face, the tone of their voice, the look in their eyes, so many different little things that I see that I can know, and I'm usually right. Let's say I'm like 85% right, so. But it's entertainment, right? It's all for entertainment. That's why it's hard to. But then it sucks because you're entertained, but it's like there are some people, a couple of people in there that really did suffer, and it's like, damn. But then again, why were you so stupid to believe in all that in the beginning? Spend so much money and such. Why were you so gullible as like a 30, 40-year-old person? You were so gullible to that stuff. Come on, man. Oh. When you're a young person, yeah, you're like you're searching for your place in the world. But when you become a certain age, you know your place in the world. You know who is. Well, maybe not everybody has a perception. Maybe a lot of people are not. They don't have the cognitive abilities to realize that, or they're still searching, right? That's why I always say that's why I always tell you guys too, like, you guys are my people. Anybody that comes in my circle, you guys are my people. You search for a place, your place is with me. You belong somewhere. You are with me. I will always protect you if I can. In any way, I will protect you. I will embrace you. My fleshlings. That's what I call you guys, because you guys are flesh, and you belong to me, like, to my heart. It's hard to explain. I don't really know how to say it, but like, because I searched for a place myself, but I have realized that I just have to make my own place. I have to make my own place, and in my place, I rule that place, and I welcome everybody. Of course, everybody that knows me knows. You cannot come in here and be. Don't be a piece of shit person. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Like, respect our place, respect our life, respect Mother Earth, respect her children, respect that, and respect yourself and have integrity. Some of you have seen my post. live with integrity. That's very important to me. It has become very important to me over the years. Integrity is huge. Authenticity is huge. Don't be a poser. Don't be fake. Be straight up. I'd rather have somebody come to me when I say, "Do I look fat?" I'd rather have somebody, "You know what, Dragana? You do look a little fat." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, okay, good. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for not saying, no, you look so gorgeous." And then I walk around there with my fucking looking like a sausage in a peel. That's what we say in German. It makes more sense in German, trust me. It's just better. I think that's really true, Zagros. I think that's really true. And I think that was something that was actually taught in school to us, right? It was kind of harshly taught in German high school. Like, "Hey, you guys think this is so great right now, right?" The teacher, they would get like that when we are laughing and we're acting up and we're not listening to the teacher. But yeah, yeah, I know you guys are all friends. You have so many friends right now, but just wait until you get older. You're gonna have like one or two friends. We're like, "No, we're not." At like 15, 16, and he would just look at us. "Oh yeah, you just wait. You just evil." Our teachers are evil as fuck, dude. We Germans are evil, dude. We are harsh with our words, harsh with our looks, and then on top of it, I'm half German, half Serbian. You guys, look at me. I'm just like I'm a bag of evil. I'm just a fucking boiling bag of evil. It's fucked up. Yeah, that's true. That's really true. Like, I can really say I got okay. So I got mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I have like, let's say, 4.5. Yeah, I have like really legitimately 4.5 actual close friends, and everybody else acquaintance. That is not my friend. Now, that doesn't mean I won't do things for them like I do for my friends. I will. But what it means is I don't trust these people. I do not trust them. I will still be as loyal as I possibly can, even to the people that I don't consider my actual close friends. But what it really means is that these 4.5 people that I have, I trust them. I trust. Um, I should say 5 people, because it's like kind of like two halves. But okay, 5 people. I trust from the bottom of my heart. I trust. Now, if they ever betray my trust, then they're gonna, but these other people, I don't trust them at all. I trust nothing they say, nothing they do. Time would tell if I would start spending more time with these people, and then I can see for myself. That's how Brian Bridgman and I, for instance, and Melissa, his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and we became close because you guys know there was an issue between Brian and I, or on my side with, I had an issue with Brian for reasons you guys know. You guys that are here in the chat, most of you know. And, it was like, and then time went by and da-da-da, and things, da-da-da, things started occurring, things were explained, things were happening, da-da-da. And everybody, things can happen. Things happen. Mistakes happen. They definitely do. People do wrong things, and then I'm a type of person. I'm also like, now, don't fuck around, guys. But I give people multiple chances. I give people 3 chances, really. One chance, you get one more chance, one more chance, but this is it. After that 3 strikes, you're out. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, or fool me once, no. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. For now, but for me, it's 3, right? I give you 3 strikes, but then that's it. That's it. That's the last. The third one, done. There's no going back from there. You had your 3 tries. I gave them to you freely, 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 and I don't hold on to grudges. You've had like 1 strike, I move on after a while. Second strike, I move on at the same time, same pace, move on. Third strike, There's no moving on. I will not acknowledge you. I will not nothing. I will not speak of you. If somebody asks me about you, I will tell my experience, and that's it. I will also never go around and influence anybody or anyone. Never. I'm a grown ass person. I don't care. You got to make up your own mind. If there's a person that asks me about it, I tell you I had bad experiences with this person. That's my experience. That person can be an angel to you. You know, it could be me. That person just didn't give a fuck about me or didn't like me or whatever. So they were crap to me. They could be perfectly to you, perfectly fine to you. So I will never influence that. I don't talk to that person. That person's a piece of shit. No, you won't hear that from me. Somebody says, Dragana, what's your experience with this person? You know, blah blah blah. I will tell my story, and that's it. And then I'll leave it at that. And like I said, people make mistakes. I have literally now become close friends with somebody that I had a big problem with, right? Because whatever, man, right? Whatever. Sometimes it really is whatever. And I have made an additional friend in the process. His girlfriend is now like my second best friend. I have two best friends, Kelly and Melissa. Those are my two best friends. And Allison is kind of like, she's just kind of doing whatever she's doing, right? So whatever. I haven't really spoken to her much. She moved away, so things like that occur. But these are my two main best friends, Kelly and Melissa, and I know these two are very different people, very different from each other. Um, I would say that Kelly and I are very different from each other. Melissa and I are a little bit more alike in certain things. Um, we are three different ages. I believe that it's me. I think I'm the youngest, and then Kelly is older than me, and then Melissa's older than Kelly still. So it goes kind of like that, and it's like, but I know one thing: these are two true women, true to the core. There's no fucking nonsense, and that's what I like. That's what I appreciate. I don't like that fucking bullshit. I don't like that. I'm gonna get my nails done, girls. We're gonna bake tonight. Like this kind of shit. It's like no. No. I'm good. I have no interest in the path that you're on. And the thing is, like, this sounds like 20-year-olds, right? 20-year-olds do that. I did that when I was 20, pretty much, not with the nails done, but, whatever fucking 20-year-olds do. But the thing is, like, in my age group, these girls, or women, grown women act like that. In my age group, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just too tomboyish. I'm mature. I've always been a little bit more mature. I feel like than others around me. That's why I was always kind of misunderstood, because people were playing a lot of times, and they still are playing games, doing this, and I'm just like kind of like, you know, it's, that's why comedies and on TV don't really. I have like a handful of comedy movies that I like because I don't really laugh at that. I don't think it's funny. I think it's immature. Fart sounds and fucking burping and shit. People my age are like, ha ha, that's hilarious. And I'm just like, yeah, that's intelligent context farting. Wow. I don't know. Way off topic here, but it's cool. Doesn't matter. Because we can do whatever we want, guys. I just don't want to bore you with my fucking talk here. That's what I'm always afraid of. Somebody's like, oh my fucking, she shut up already. But it's like, you're watching me. You can leave. If you don't like it, you just go. Because that's my social time. You guys know that. I don't have any other way of socially interacting unless I have a show with my band, which hopefully we're pulling that one together now. We got a lead on somebody that can possibly do the drums. So for a show we got coming up that we cannot speak about, but I know you're there, Florida Metal. I think you're there. I'm distracting myself from painting because I like to fucking talk. It's like it sucks because I can't see all of your guys' faces. That's what makes this a sad experience every Wednesday, because I want to. What I would really like to do is sit at my, you guys. All of you will see my new dining room set, and it's a war room setup. Kenja knows exactly what I'm talking about. We will have discussions of war strategies at that table. You guys will see. When you see this dining room, I envision really all of us to sit at that dining room. It has 8 chairs, and I told you I have 5 close friends, and then we have my brother. So that still leaves 2 chairs open. So I really imagine we will all sit there one day and we will discuss war strategies. Not just fucking with you, but we will all sit there together and we can talk, or I can talk. No, one of you guys talk too, but you know what I mean. Like, I want to really see your guys' faces. Right now, I'm just talking, and you guys are responding, but in chat, and I envision, as I'm talking to you guys, I envision sitting at the bar or something, right, with all of you, and I'm just talking, right, and we're all talking, and I see Kelly, and I see Zagros, and I see fucking Necro over there with Kenjin, and I see fucking, like, Florida Mel right here with Lindsay, and I see all of you guys. I see you guys, right? That's how I see it in my third eye here. But I really hate that we're not sitting together. So this is my thing. What, you're writing this down, Kitchen? What are you writing down? Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like let us say classy, right? For instance, this is a good. I love that you're saying that. I can totally expand on that shit. We have on Facebook, the newest thing is now reels, right? Reels. I love reels because the videos are always like things that I like. That they concern animals, or they concern bloopers. I'm such an addict to bloopers. Any show, anytime, I love bloopers because they're hilarious. They're always hilarious. They never disappoint. It's most often the Office bloopers, or we have a lot of Stranger Things. I'm a very big fan of Stranger Things. We have Stranger Things bloopers or behind the scenes. I love that stuff. I have Seinfeld bloopers. But I love a certain blooper, and it's Friends. The show Friends bloopers. So there was a blooper in Friends. There was something about somebody smelling something, and Phoebe is sitting on the couch, and Ross is sitting at one of the high chairs, like the bar chairs at the kitchen bar, and Joey is standing behind that bar. So you see them both looking right, and Phoebe is sitting on the couch, and then Rachel stands right there. See, I know this show well. My mother and I watched the show back in the day. And then it's something about Phoebe says, "What is that smell? What is that I smell?" or something like that. And it's, I think, somebody next door cooking dinner, and Joey and Ross are supposed to get up and say, "We don't know, but it smells good," or "I don't know, but it smells good." And then they get up and they walk to the door, and they open the door, and they leave to go to wherever that smell is coming from, because somebody's cooking something for dinner. I believe that's what it is. Okay, it's something like that. But what happens is Joey makes this blooper, right? It is. It is absolutely what that is, Zagros. But it's just, I feel like it's better. I see. This is the problem. Like, Facebook does shit sometimes that I really just think is better. Like, I don't like that TikTok shit. It's too. I don't know. For me, it's just, I don't know. I can't get in that. The Facebook Reels is like, it's more subtle, because it's just, you scroll through your timelines and it suddenly says Reels, and it's like, you have the choice. You're not forced to watch any video. You just click on there and you're like, oh, let me see. Oh, Friends. Okay, let's click on there, and then you can choose. Do I want to watch the next? I don't know. It's more subtle. I like it. I like it. I don't know, but it is definitely, absolutely the answer. Yes, absolutely. I realized today you can actually pay money to if you like a reel, you can send money, because there was a star, and it was the guy that says, "Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down." Love that song, right? And a comparison video of him now and him back then doing the same video, singing the same song. That man aged unbelievably. He looks wonderful for his age. Like, it's crazy. And I wanted to award. Okay, it's an award. It's called an award, and it used to be free. Like, you used to didn't have to pay money for it. You could award something. I think. I think actually there's two different awards. The awards that are free on posts or something that you see, but then you can award on these reels. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna reward that because that's really cool. And it gives a star. But instead now it's like you click on it, it's like to reward this with 1 star, pay 99 cents. I'm like, nope, not doing it. I'm not gonna pay 99 cents. The man is a millionaire. Rick Astley, that's it. Ah, I love him. I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. Kenyon's like, oh god, I can't deal with that song. I hear it all the time. He even played on guitar with a DVD. I was like, yeah. Anyway, my whole point is about the fart joke was Joey. Phoebe sits there. She goes, "What is that I smell?" And Joey goes, "Sorry." And Ross just starts laughing, and the scene's over, right? And it's just like you can see the camera shaking and shit. It's like, all right, all right. So it's funny. It's funny because it's like, you know, it's in that moment it just really fit. It was funny. It was classy. It wasn't like derogatory. It wasn't gross. So I'm like, dude, I'm laughing my ass off. That's funny as fuck, you know, because he didn't fart, but he, you know, he pretends like he did. Said that. You guys get it. But anyway, so yeah. But if it goes so fucking crazy, that's why I don't like these certain I don't know these movies. The Austin Powers movies with the it's just like so over the top. It's so gross and over the top, and I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't think that's funny at all. With his sleeves and his weird glasses and the music. That's not funny to me. I'm like, okay, I don't know, whatever. To each their own. Everybody has their taste, but no, I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Guys, nature calls. Okay, so I gotta be right back. Okay, I'm coming right back, but I gotta go real quick. It's time. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. What's going on here? The big dog giving the big treat to the little dog. It was very wholesome. And I felt disgusted, so I huffed at that rat. Okay, I don't know what that is. With the treat, I don't get it. Must fight. Wholesome feeling. Yeah, ooh, God. Yeah, hey, no, I get that, though. I feel like that all the time. Like, I sit there and I'm like, that's... No! Murder! Death! Endless silence! We are fucked individuals. Anyway, let's look at this some more. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I'm seeing... Let me turn this shit on. We're gonna do this for a little while longer, guys, but because I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to... Yeah, this face gotta be more than got to be. I can still see it's too round, you know what I mean? It can't be too round. It's really good when I look at it in the perspective of there, when I look at this here in there instead of actually looking directly at it. That's when I can see the corrections necessary, and it's really great because, like I said, sometimes no, really all the time, looking at stuff from a different perspective of any sort you will be rewarded. You know, like it will help you. Oh man, this is gonna be so fucking. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be so great. Oh, oh man. Yeah, yeah. And like I said, the experience with painting this one will be such a better experience because I don't know, it's gonna be more I don't know. That's something to see when you can't really see, but can you see if I'm yes. So look at his face in like the size of his face in comparison to Dad's face. It's very small, right? It's small. To get detail on a very small, like look at my fingertip. It's small. So it's like to be able to get like really great detail on this kind of a small thing is that's always tricky. Especially with paint, right? If you do it with a pencil, I mean, a pencil is so thin you can do little tiny dots with it or little tiny streaks with it. But when you do paintings, you have your brush has to be like really up to par, and you have to be very precise, and it has to. It's just very tricky. Um, so so him, now his head is a lot, like double the size, maybe even triple the size. It will be a little bit easier to incorporate that detail, right? Because I have a bigger canvas, a bigger surface to work with. So I'm happy about that, right? I'm really grateful. What I am realizing though is one thing is that his arm here, the arm that he's holding like this, it goes actually a little bit lower than this arm. You see, I have to extend this more and then have it about in this area. So I'm gonna mark. I don't know if I can do that with. It's gonna. Yeah. Maybe not. I have the gray one here. Use a lighter gray, and then I can mark that because that's definitely something that has to be corrected. Because because when you look down here, see his arm is down there, and then it goes about like this before his other one starts. So it's about like here. That's more like it. That was a little too short. And again, I didn't discover that until tonight when I look at it in this view. So it's very beneficial to do it like this too. Any type of different perspective is a good perspective. Oh, I just came up with that. Whatever. And then again, I really love the symbols that are stitched onto his, just very very Slavic symbolism. The dragon. What else we see? Yeah, it's actually a dragon on both sides. It's the same dragon. Wonderful. If you look closely, you can see that there are swivels coming from the bottom of the dragon. They almost look like from the sun, like rays of the sun, like how the Mesoamericans and the Incans and the Andean Americans portrayed the sun was with, it was like a swivelly thing. Very, I love it. I love it so much. I love all of these little details. Like when you know, like I read a lot of books, so I can always relate something to something. You know what I mean? And then it makes me sit there and think like, did they just do it because they think it fit? Did they do it because that's what they just wanted to do, or do they know about what I just said, right? About the portrayal of the sun in the Inca times or before even. Do they know that? And then and then you want to sit with that person. You want to say, "Did you do it because of that?" And then you want to think to yourself to say, "Yeah, yeah, I read a lot of books on the Incas and that." It's like, "Oh, really cool, man." Or the person's like, "I had no fucking clue, but that's cool, man." And then you're just like, kind of like, "Oh, okay." You just you just can't. Oh, okay, yeah. It would be a little more disappointing, I think, but it's still cool, you know. Hey, hey. I am always very impressed with people that don't take anything from anything, because my ideas they spring from shit. My ideas always spring from something. Most of the time, I never fucking came up with the like. Well, sometimes I come up with something all on my own with nothing from nobody else, and it's like comes out really great. But because I have, there has been so much entertainment put into my head by reading, by music, by even watching movies, horror movies. That's what I mostly watch, right? So it's like there has always been a lot of stuff. So all of my stuff is comes from somewhere. Most of my stuff comes from somewhere. So I really love people that are just completely 100%, they come up with that on their own. Like they have their own thing. I love that. Like I don't care. And then if it happens, of course, to resemble something that I know, then that's just what it is. But if they came up with that all on their own, then that's a big deal. Because people's imaginations they're not there. They're not there anymore. My imagination is still very much there. I just have a hard time translating it into art. It's always been very difficult because it's like I think I have like this. When it comes to my personality, it's split in the way of I'm half introvert and half extrovert, right? So it's really hard for me to take that introverted part, these thoughts, these images, these things that go through, and put them to the extrovert's part of my personality, and then transfer them onto something. Um, always been always been a little bit of a difficulty for me, but I'm getting better at it as I get older. I can tell, but it's a very slow progress. But it does happen. It is happening. But I've always, my imagination has always, like, I can tell people about certain dreams or certain things, and they will look at me. They're like, we all have crazy dreams. And I'm not saying mine are crazier than others, but by the feedback that I get from people when I tell them about my dreams or my astral travels, that sometimes I believe they are, feels like they are, or my imaginations or my thoughts and stuff, they look at me and they're like, whoa. And then I'm like, and I get the percentage of people that does that. I'm like, oh, so that so I guess I have really crazy shit, because they don't have it like that. They're like, damn, I've never dreamed anything like that. Like, what is that? Like, why are you dreaming that? Like, why are you seeing that? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm not normal. Oh my god, I don't give a fuck. I don't, I'm normal. You're not normal. No, it's because my mother was always very adamant about never constricting my imagination. She always, I mean, by the time I was 20, she's like, the Christ child is coming with the Christmas gifts. That's what we call it in Germany. It's the Christkind, the Christ child. It's not Santa. It's not nothing. It's a Christ child, and the Christ child is a little angel that has very long, wavy hair, and that's the person or the thing that brings the gifts, and we cannot see it. Only the adults are allowed to see it because it's so beautiful and so from a, like. So I'm 20 years old. I'm like, Mom, I know you're decorating everything because also in Germany we do not decorate until we decorate everything else, in the house for Christmas, like a few weeks before. Well, I call it Yule now, but you know what I mean. But the tree itself comes on the 24th. You put that up and you dress it on the 24th at night. And then, so, then my mom and my dad would say, you and Kevin go to your room, watch a movie, do whatever you want, and don't come down until you hear the bell, until you hear the Christ child ring the bell. My parents were not religious, but it was a thing of a tradition, right? It was just a legend that they kind of invoked, and they made the Christmas or the Yule their own, how they wanted to make it for us, their children, right? So, but the Christ child that's a normal thing. Even if you're Christian or whatever in Germany, you say the Christ child brings the gifts, and the Christ child decorates the tree. So then my brother and I'd be up there, and it would usually be, I wish Kevin were in here right now, but usually be like Muppets, the Christmas Muppets movie or whatever. We would be allowed in our parents' bedroom on the big bed, and we could watch on the small 80s TV, and we could watch the Muppets, and we could bounce and jump on the bed and have a good time, and then ding, 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 and I'd be like, Kevin, I think the bell. Ding, 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 ding. It's the bell. We can go downstairs. And then we would come downstairs, and the way my mother had, it was all my mother, because, men, no offense, but, my father would be like, okay, honey, okay, Molly. My dad would always call my mom Shorty, little one, Molly, in Serbian is Molly. Okay, Molly, it's okay, okay, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, thanks for your help, honey. And my dad would be like, oh, I'm sorry, Molly. Whatever. But it doesn't matter. So we come downstairs and the whole tree be fucking decked out. All candles lit everywhere. Christmas quiet music playing. And we come in there and we go and fucking go down there and we can unwrap our presents on the 24th at night. That's how we do it in Germany. And then we would have dinner after that. And then we would have the first Christmas day on the 25th and the second Christmas day on the 26th. And these are the 2 days where you pretty much split it between the families and you go to the families and all that shit. Yeah, but it was like, my mom went so crazy that it was like synthetic hair, like white curl hair that was like really long and that wrapped all around the tree. And my brother and I are little kids. My mom would be like, come here, kids, look, look. And she would feel that synthetic curly white hand. She's like, look, the Christ child left some of his hair. He left some of his hair here. You see that? And we'd touch it and be like, oh, that's the Christ child's hair. It's cute. It's wonderful, man. I don't care. And it had nothing to do with God or religion. The words are just Christ child or whatever. It was just like what we used, what my mom used, whatever, right? It was not like we go to church. The Christ child was literally once a year came and brought presents and decorated the tree, right? Other than that, there was no Christ child. Oh, here comes Easter in Ostara. The Easter bunny. I'm 20 years old. Oh, it's like the Easter bunny. I'm like, Mom, the Easter bunny? Are you real? Are you for real right now? I was like, yes, the Easter bunny. She did not want to stop. She didn't want to stop. I gotta laugh at that. It's so hilarious. Because she didn't want to stunt our imagination, right? So, thanks, Mom, for fucking us up, making us crazy, or whatever we are in the public. Oh man, that makes me feel better that you say that, because I feel like I hope that, like I'm Schadenfreude, right? Because I hope that like nobody is that genius. I'm like, don't be that genius. I don't want you to be a genius because I'm jealous of you, right? But I'm a wholesome. I will never fucking say, don't ever look at this artist because they're better than me or something, right? Because most artists are better than me. I don't care, right? But it's like I sit at home and I'm like, I wish I could be this good. That's me. Kenshin knows. Kenshin knows how I act. I'm like, it's like, what's wrong? Nothing. And it's like, no, something is wrong. I just wish my art could be as good as Rosaline Norton. You know what I mean? Or something like that. It's like, really? You can bring her? Or I said, I wish I could be as good as Leonardo da Vinci. I say that all the time, and then he'll be like, what? And it's like, no, not what? Like, I really wish I was a genius like that, for fuck's sake. And if I sit here and be depressed about it, my favorite artist in the world, that I will always share, I will always promote, even though he's dead, he doesn't care. Nobody cares. This shit is billions of dollars worth. But I always promote that shit. And if I see a fucking local artist, and then sometimes, like I said, on the other hand, too, I see a local artist put a fucking magnificent job, post it on Facebook, post it somewhere, and I see that shit, and I'm like, like I stutz. In German, we have a word is called stutz, where you're like you stuck for a moment when you see that shit. It's so good, and then you look down at the bottom, how many likes? 3 likes. I'm like, really? But then you got a girl doing squats in a bikini, getting 5,000 views. Welcome to our fucked up freak show society. Come on in. If you're a girl, blonde, giggly, in a bikini, doing squats, you will have nothing to worry about. If you're an artist that can produce something that looks as realistic as a picture, make sure you have a secondary job. What? Are you serious? Because you know what? I could do that too. I could go in bikini and do squats too. And then I'll get the same 5,000 viewers. I'd get 6,000 views. Let's raise the bar, because I know what goes on. I know. But I'm not going to do that. Because that's not, I don't see the value. I don't see the work. The passion, the putting everything in something. Twerking in a bikini, that's not really, I mean, you know. How long do you leave what up? Sorry, I don't know. I talk too fast for you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know anyone who. Yeah, the black metal part, good, good. Chopin thought that way about Beethoven. What way? The tree. Tree. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm sorry. No, but yeah. Anyway, I want to know what both of okay. I know. I don't. I don't know anyone who cares as much about bones as I did. Then I found black metal. Okay, so you found your place. I get it, with your passion that you had. Oh. Well, yeah, but you put it up on the 24th. You put it up on the 24th, decorate it on the 24th, and then you tear it down, or throw it out on January 6th, because in the Bible, that's when the 3 kings left, and that's when in Europe everybody throws their tree out. But like I said, it is more related to tradition than religion. Religion doesn't play a part. Nobody really sits there and talks about God or prayers and none of that stuff. It's tradition. It's like just traditions that we have, like, that we embody into Yule or Christmas or whatever. So yeah, you put the tree up on the 24th, decorate it on the 24th, and then keep it up until the 6th of January. That's how it goes. But yeah, so my imagination runs wild, and like Stevie Nicks likes to say, I keep my visions to myself. I tell my visions I tell probably, I would say, 30% of my visions I vocalize to close friends such as Kelly or Kenjin. I vocalize these visions. Sometimes Zagros. It depends, right? But the rest of the 70%, I don't vocalize them because I can't. Because if I did, then I don't know, you guys would put me in the loony bin or some shit like that, right? So I'm not doing that. The other night I had a dream. I had a dream. It was a dream about family. It was a family related dream. And it was a bad dream, but it wasn't a horrific dream, but the feeling of the dream is what contained my tongue. I'm not speaking of this dream because that feeling of this dream is still lingering with me, and there's something with it, and it's like a thorn in my side, and I don't like it. I don't feel that there's a huge danger or anything like that, but there's something is there it's not good. It's not good, and I don't like it at all. And whenever these dreams happen, if my mother is in the dream, then it's not good because my mother is like the omen. My mother is like the oracle. When she's in the dream, there's something significant there going on. See, my brother and I, we differ. My brother dreams about my mom all the time still, which I did not know. After 6 years, he still dreams about her all the time. I'm the complete opposite. Like, I dream about her only in really important dreams. Is she there? And she has actually come to me. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna. But one time, that was not a dream. That was my mother there, coming to me and talking to me. There is no the, everything about that whole situation of that vision of that travel that I did, of everything that occurred. It's impossible. It's literally scientifically impossible that this was an imagination or a fantasy, or even if you want to go so far as saying a psychosis of some sort. It is literally impossible. I could tell a psychologist about it. I could technically tell a psychiatrist about it. I could tell a dream specialist or whatever person I will tell that to. They'd be like, "You must be mistaken on the time." Or nope, I know everything that exactly happened and when it happened, and these are the things when these things happen that are 100% triggered by something unknown that we cannot see, that we cannot touch, that we cannot measure yet, right? On machines. I then that's when I know about Valhalla. Yeah, that's when I know when death comes. You know, that's when I always think, or when these unknown things occur. That's when I can always jump back to Einstein's theory of relativity, right? Pretty much everything is relative. Everything that occurs, every measurement, everything is relative. Every equation is relative. So then, if that's the case, so is death is relative. Relative to what we perceive, you know, because there's so many different variables that come to that, right? Yeah. So anyway, kind of expanded here on some shit. But okay, what time is it now? 10:45. Okay, so let me see on this thing here. I cannot really do so much more. I kind of choose not to do so much more tonight because it's just kind of late now, and I'm sorry that I was talking so much, guys. Oh my god. But like I said, it's my social time. I imagine us all sitting at the bar together and talking together here, or whatever. Sitting at a venue, sitting at the mug together, talking. Um, got that fold there. You guys see that? I'm already gonna put that in there. Yep. Oh man, I can see his fucking face right now. Oh my god. So this got to be more rounded. Okay, so this got to be more rounded, and then this got to come more out this way. I can already know. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's totally perfect. Totally gonna be able to fix that. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend this a little bit more like this to flow into the other thing, and this make this a little bit rounder. And probably gonna cover this more. Oops, with the black. And the tricky part will be the dragon, right? You see the dragon stitching on his chest, because I am going to zoom in. I have already zoomed in to look at that, and it's great. The design on his shirt on the inside is more of a just kind of a like tribalistic, like a yeah, a typical folk tribal design of the Slavic race, with twirls and points and a little bit of leaves and stuff like that. I will be able to recreate that. It reminds me of the Jedi I had to do with the bionic armor that has what's his name? One of my friends, he commissioned me on it. I forget it. I forget it now. I forget his name now. What was it, Jedi? I forgot. He has a bionic armor. He wears this really elaborate mask that has like kind of like not spikes, but like it's, oh my god, what was that fucking thing? Um, what I'm trying to say is that technically, like where this design on the shirt is even placed is like pretty much the exact, even like the angle that this picture is taken is the same angle. Hold on. That this Jedi had, that I painted, and I love that because I really did a good job on that. I was very happy about that. I'm trying to find him right now. It's not called bionic. What is it called? Kenjin, you know what that means. Remember that Jedi that I painted that had this armor that was like kind of spiky and shit? I don't even know if you're still in here, but you told me what was the word for it, and I always forget about the word. I'm trying to see if I can find it. No, I don't think I can find it. Bioorganic? Maybe that's what I meant. Maybe that's what I meant. I think I have an idea. I'm gonna find this picture right now in my inventory. Um, let's see, because I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. It is. Let's see. Ah, shit! I unplugged my hard drive. It's not gonna let me. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I'll show you guys some other time. It's not that important anyway. But yeah, anyway, I really like this because it's perfect. I will be able to nail that, because actually in the picture when you look at it, because it is darker, it's a darker color on a lighter color, so it's easier to perceive, right, where the details go. When you have that lighter stuff, as you can see here, the lighter stuff on the red gets a little more flimsy, right? It gets a little more like I don't know, it's harder. So I'm gonna be, the dragon is so, oh my god, it's so good. I'm gonna have some, and on the other chest, same dragon. Damn, I would buy that fucking coat. I would buy that coat. in an auction or something. If they had that, I would buy that thing, and I would buy like a fucking thing for it and hang it there. Sick. Actually, what I would really buy though is that fucking armor right here. Now that thing, that was unbelievable. Look at it. Looks like muscles, right? It looks like the inside of the human body past the skin. Look at it. Fucking amazing. I love that shit. It's so unique. Everything about this is why I picked this movie, because everything about it is so unique, so original, authentic. It's so yeah. So we're coming along. He's starting to look good. Look at him. Look at him. I see him staring at me. Love it. Perfect. Well, guys, I really had a good time. I was really tired earlier today, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this stream. But is that what I always tell you guys? I tell you guys this every week, because I get into shit, man. I get into shit hard. Oh my God, who sent me that? I think it was Christopher Orsini. You remember Christopher Orsini from The Keep? Oh my God, was that him? Or what? Oh no, it was actually Jess Weekly, Florida Metal. He sent me that. He's like, look at that, and I'm like, I was at work and I was busy and I was aggravated. Something was going on. I was aggravated. I looked at it. I was like, oh. But then later on, I looked at it and I was like, that's actually funny, because that's what it looks like. Twizzlers. That's so fucked up. Come on now. Can't unsee it. Yeah, I know. It's like, is that a Twizzler? Let me bite it now. Twizzler. No, it's human flesh, you crazy whore. Yay! I am officially check. Insanity check. Crazy check. Not normal check. Whatever. I'm dumb. But yeah, today was really rough. I mean, Kanjin can attest to that. He had to fucking be there with me, and he had a rough day himself. There's okay, Kendra, I'm going to establish a new rule right now. If anything is wrong, do not come in my room until I wake up, and then you tell me what's wrong. I want to sleep. I can never sleep. Though my sleeping has been getting better, I have to make a note of that. I have to say this on stream right now, that we can have the date and everything. My sleeping has been getting a lot better. But interruptions of my sleep are never good. I cannot have interruptions when I sleep, and I don't sleep until fucking crazy amount anyway. Like late, like people sometimes sleep until 3, 4 in the afternoon. I'm not that person. I'll still get up at like the latest 12 or something. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm off, I mean, and then usually it'll be earlier than that anyway. But yeah, so not exposing you. But yeah, so I was really tired today, and so much was going on. So I was like, dude, I don't know if I can actually do the stream, but I was like, I'm going to do the stream, because I know that you, my supporters, come and you will be there, and you were. All of you were here. So straight line, straight line, straight line. This is why I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to sleep. That's all I'm trying to say. But anyway, so I made it in the stream anyway, and I'm really glad I did, because I got to actually talk to you guys. I got to, I got to not see you guys, but see you guys in my inner eye, right? I see you guys sitting at the bar with me, whatever. I got to see you guys. I got to spend time with you guys, and that's really special to me, because I never get to do that. Like I said, like I already said, I think I addressed some really good things today, and we're coming along with this good. Probably by next stream, I will be done with this. I'm thinking, because I'm gonna work on it this weekend. I have a project that I'm doing vocals for right now for for another band. They have me as a guest vocalist, so I have to do that this weekend. I have one more thing to do. I already did everything else for that, and I have to do one more thing for that band, and then that's done, and then I can get right on this, finish this, and then next time I see you guys, I hope, I'm not going to promise anything, but next time, I hope that we're going to be starting on this fucking beauty right here. Louis and Claudia. That's what I really want. My last big canvas. Because then after that, I'm going to go and I'm going to ask my brother if he can take me to Michael's or someplace, and I can purchase a. Well, maybe I'll just order it online. I don't know yet. It depends on my money situation. Which, so we'll see. Canvases are just fucking outrageously expensive right now, especially the size that I need. They're just fucking outrageously expensive. But then after this one, oh my god, I can't wait to do that one. After that one, we'll do Vlad. Vlad will be very much fun. I'm going to be pretty much taking all these pictures off here. Everything is just going to be the one picture of Vlad, and we're going to have some fun with Vlad and copy another painting pretty much. Because unless I can find an original picture, but I never find it. All I ever find is the painting of Vlad Tepesh. So, whatever. Yeah, so we'll get into that stuff next time, but I hope that I can present this to you guys complete next time, and then we can move on to a new project. But we'll see, and we'll see how good I do with the one little thing I still gotta do for vocal recording, and after those two paintings are done, or three now, then I think I'm gonna literally really take it slow. I'm gonna do once a week streams with one painting, and I'm really gonna just do slow and whatever I want, because on my weekends I'm gonna try to focus on my music. I'm gonna try to focus on my music from my project Jovanka, and hopefully we have some good leads with Tom on a drummer, possibly at least one show this year, and then hopefully we'll find somebody permanent at some time, um, somebody dedicated and permanent, I should say, right? There has been a lot of positive feedback. There have been 8 shares of my post we're in search of a drummer. So 8 shares, that's good. There's a lot of exposure to the post that I made, and I think we can have luck. But we have one show that we really want to play, and we have somebody that is hopefully able to cover that show. And if they can, that's great, because it's going to be a big thing. And once we're past that, we can kind of rest and we can breathe and we can say, okay, we have the ad out. I'm probably going to just put another ad somewhere else. We'll see, like Musicians of Ocala or some shit like that. And we will find a job. I am very, I don't know why, but I have really good feeling. I have a good feeling that we can find somebody. I just do think that maybe it is the best to wear away with the same kind of stuff that we have been getting, neglectful and not dedicated, not reliable, and we've been just messing with these couple of drummers and always like, okay, here and there, but they always just kind of fall back into their old ways. So we have to move on. We have to move on, because my plan is eventually that I am able to purchase a big, you know, Winnebago or whatever that thing's called, and we go on tour, and then eventually go on a plane and go tour the world. That is the plan for this band, and that's, in Germany we say we have to all pull on the same rope together, the same strength, and we have to pull on that rope. And if there's one weak link, then goodbye. We gotta go. I'm sorry. Everybody has to have the same dedication, the same wants, the same strength, the same dream, the same ambition to do this. And so I'm gonna search. So if any of you people know somebody that would like to be a drummer in a black metal band, contact me. You can contact me anywhere. This is my store, Dragana's Alchemy. My name on Facebook is Dragana Milosavljevic. I'm sure you can find me easily. Um, yeah, just go on Facebook, Dragana's Alchemy, and then you can find my name, um, and contact me. Even if you have never played black metal before, but you're a metal drummer and you're hard and you want to go hard, we can show you the ropes. It would be no problem at all. Of course, I cannot speak of great rewards, right? We don't make really much money of this at the moment, because it is black metal. It's acquired taste. People are very skittish of it, because it's out of their comfort zone. So be prepared that there will be times, where you're gonna have to kind of pitch in, just like we all do, pitch in your own $20 in gas or whatever. Just we are willing to really be a family for you. We are willing to be with you and fucking hold you like we are your sect. That's it. We are a section of separated from the rest of the humans together. So if you're interested or you know somebody that really has a passion for drumming and is looking for a band, please feel free to reach out. Feel free to reach out to me and we'll talk about it, because I'm really looking for something and my leads on how to react or how to act in a situation is to not give up and to keep going. Keep going and keep searching and not stop. I cannot stop. Like Anthony Hopkins said, dream it, dream it, dream it. And even if you cannot dream it, pretend that you're dreaming it and keep going and keep going and keep going. And that's what I gotta do. I gotta do that. So let me know if you know somebody. We're willing to work with stuff. We practice here at my home in Wildwood. It's a very comfortable, I have a refrigerator full stocked with beer. I have a nice clean bathroom. I have fucking french fries and chicken nuggets if you want it. You know what I mean? Like, you will be comfortable here. We have fun. We relax. We do what we do. No nothing. So, yeah, this is the potential, yeah, this is the drummer that hopefully can play this particular show that we have coming up. The only show that we have scheduled that is at the time right now, not it's kind of a secret. It's unofficial, so I cannot speak. But we have one show that we are hopefully going to play. If this drummer can pull it together, we have very high hopes. I have met the man multiple times. I am confident that we can pull something together. Um, but on the permanent level, we are, we don't, the place is pretty much open, right? If you decide that, you say, oh my God, like I really want to do this, do it, man, do it. We're easygoing. We don't have a drama really. The dramatic things, we're pretty much free. I'm sorry, guys. I saw that in the camera. I'm like, damn, I gotta do something. Yep. All right, I better air it again. So, like I said, easygoing, fun. Also, a big thing is that, yeah, the poser thing. It's an attitude thing, right? I mean, no, it's not only an attitude thing, but attitude is a big part. Like, we have our beliefs within our group, our sect. I keep calling it a sect because that's what I believe it actually really is. It's a sect, okay? Because we have our beliefs, and they vary as well from each other, but only slightly. We are extremists, but we're extremists pretty much on the left-hand path, okay? In a way, when it comes to life, when it comes to spiritualism, kind of. That is not a big role. That is not a necessity. But if you are a sensitive person that has very different beliefs from ours, my advice is probably, maybe not for you. Um, but we are open to anybody with any belief, because we don't judge you upon your belief. We judge you upon how you treat others, us, and how you do your job within the band. That's what you're going to be judged on. I don't judge you on your politics. I don't judge you on your religion unless it disrupts and it is harmful in some way. Then, you know. But another big thing that I do really want to mention, if anybody has a lead, the drummer, we are a very, like, when it comes to art, to the art of the music, we're very open. We're completely open to any ideas of names of songs. We are open to the writing the drums. If you want to write the drums for us for a new album, we're absolutely open to it. We're always going to have our hands on it, and we're going to oversee this, and we're you know whatever, we're going to discuss this, but we're open to ideas. Come in if you come in and you have a booklet with, like, man, I've been researching you guys, I have so many ideas what you guys can do. Please bring it on. I would love that. I would love to look in that and say, oh man, yes, we'll take this. Maybe not this, but we'll take this. And okay, we'll wait on that. Maybe we can do that later. It's great, but like, we're gonna want ideas. We're gonna want somebody like that, because our guitar player, Draven, is very ambitious. Like, he will leave you behind in smoke while you're back there just like with a bubble right on your nose. Like, he will just like and gone and produce something wondrous while you sit back there and do nothing. Like, please, if you're hyper, if you're fucking in there and you're like fucking 180, like, whatever you do, come on, man. If you are passionate about your instrument, the drums, please feel free. Come to us. Even if you've never played black metal before, we will introduce you. We will explain what it's all about. It is pretty cut dry and to the point, and we have no, we don't sit here and say, okay, we have to sound a very particular. Yeah, we have certain things that we want be particular, but if you have ideas, we are always willing to. If it sounds good, it sounds good, dude. You know what I mean? If it sounds good, it sounds good. And you know, I'm gonna just say this, and I don't care. This is like a matriarchy band, right? Matriarchy is our thing. I am the vocalist and the bassist of this band, right? If you're a woman, do not be afraid. Please come. It doesn't matter. I don't care, woman, man, whatever you want to identify yourself, come. I want somebody that wants this shit, because we want to go places. I have very great connections in Germany. I have very great connections in Serbia. We can go, and we will go. And if you want to do that, then can you be a woman? I mean, yeah, you can if that's what you want. I don't know what that means. That's weird. Yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can, Kenzie. Yay! No, that's a good point too, Zagros. Exactly. You know, um, if you're unfamiliar with black metal, listen to really all kinds if you can, because it's not always, you might sit there and say, oh shit, I have to be like the whole time. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can very well be a thrashy. Like, we appreciate you. We will work with you, because one of our members can play drums himself, and the visions that we have, he puts them into the drums oftentimes, and then he will sit on the drum kit that we have, and he will say, okay, so this is kind of what we're looking for here, and then you can say, oh, okay, I can hear it. I can know what to do here, right? So everything open. Feel free, please, because we really want somebody that really wants to play with us, because we just want to play shows, right? We can record our own drums, we can do all this for our own albums and stuff. That's not an issue. But we want to play shows. We like the interaction with the people. We like to know what do the fans think. What do they want? They talk about, oh, can you make hoodies for merchandise? Oh, okay, good idea. People are asking for hoodies for merchandise. We want to travel, we want to see places, we want to meet people. We want to get on bigger stages, want to make connections to people that say, oh, we really like your guys' band. We want you guys to play with this band. We want to go places. This is bigger than just playing in Tampa all the time. We want to play everywhere. We have played not just in Tampa, but we want to continue this path. And in the time as a black metal band, not having a drummer, it will be kind of like we have to be stuck a little bit. Cannot really play live shows without a drummer in a black metal band. So that's really what we want to do, because everybody can attest to this here. Playing live shows is really the I I mean, I feel that way, and I think you guys do too. But playing live shows is the best part of being in a band, whatever band it is. Playing live shows, going to the people, sending your message out. Right? This is the wondrous the perfect thing. It is the perfect. It's like a flower opens and is blooming suddenly, and that's what it feels like and smells like, and it's just perfect. Like blood in my nose. Love it. Yeah. So anyway, enough of that shit advertising for my band over here. Damn, what has become of me? No, it's okay. It's okay. So I see everybody has pretty much already left me. I got 2 viewers. So I'm gonna go, guys, because I want to kind of relax a little bit. Play something on the computer for a minute, have one more drink, and then go to bed and gotta work tomorrow. So, but thank you everybody so much for being here tonight. I had such a good time. I was able to talk my ass off. Feel so embarrassed about it, but at least, yeah, I know it's you and Kenjin. I think everybody else left. I think Kelly said I gotta go to bed or something. Yeah, she did. She's tired. She always kind of warns me, unless she just falls asleep. But I know it's Zagros and Kenjin only right now. I think everybody else goes. But then again, I guess I was told that there can be viewers that I cannot see on my where it says viewers. So there could still be more around. But everybody else, a Necro left, Florida Metal left. I'm just fucking with you. It's okay. No, you're a follower. You're a viewer. You're not a mod right now. Yeah, Zagros, you know what I tell you? Get with Kenjin. He's been a lot more active on the Facebook, so you can probably catch him there. Oh, so there's actually 12 people watching. Not this to you. I take that back. Not to you. You're there. No, but yeah, Zagros. Yeah, text Kenton. He'll talk to you. He'll tell you when he can do the guitar session. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's between you two. You decide that. I have laid my bass tracks. You have hopefully maybe listened to the two bass or the multiple bass tracks, but the two tracks of the two songs that I have laid down. I have done my job so far on the two complete songs that are there, and then I gotta wait on the rest. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I just don't know how to. I wish I could see it. I wish I could see how many total viewers I have, not just a fraction or a portion of what I have. But I'm really anybody. Oh, super, very good. I'm glad. That's awesome. That's awesome. So something sounded good, right? It was a little bit tricky. There was one part where it was a little bit tricky, but it's okay. I had fun doing it. I love this new album will be. I love it. It's right up my alley. It's what I listen to, myself. You know, love it. So it's gonna be good. But I really, again, I want to thank everybody that comes here and watches my stuff. I'm not the perfect artist, but I get better over the years, and I like doing. I have nothing to drink. I really like doing this. I think this is a really productive thing that I do, and I like doing things that are productive. I don't like doing shit that's so meaningless. So when I sit in front of the TV, I'm like, why am I doing this? But I'm tired, and it's like 12 o'clock, and it's like at night, and it's like that's all you can do. You cannot do anything more. You're gonna die. Just watch some fucking TV. So yeah. But anyway, I. Oh, good, good, good. Okay. Okay, well, good. I'm glad this is working out. Um, I got my new microphone here, my new recording equipment for the vocals, which I have already been using for this other band. So these vocals are gonna sound crisp and clean on this album. It'll be wonderful. We're gonna have some good stuff going on there. I'm glad I got that, and it's really good quality, really, and it was not even that pricey. It was a good investment. I needed some proper recording equipment. I can't be up here with my Sennheiser. That's how I recorded both albums. Fucking Sennheiser. Sennheiser fucking live microphone. I don't care. We worked it out. We worked it out. But this is better now. So good things are coming. I'm hopeful. You know, the realization of existence and depression is bearing me, but when it comes to the technicality of things in my life, I see progress, and when I see progress, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel somewhere at some point. So if you stand still, that's when the abyss awaits you. But okay, guys, I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm done talking to you guys. I gotta go because I gotta make a drink and I gotta play some fucking video games. For fuck's sake, I gotta go to bed in like 45 minutes or something. About that. So Zagros, Kenjin on on that what you were saying earlier. Get with him. He'll say when he's available, and I'm gonna go. Thank you, Zagros. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I really appreciate you. I'm really happy. I had a good time tonight, and oh, okay. So Kenjin, okay. What are you doing? What are you doing tonight, Kenjin? What are you presenting tonight? Are you playing? What are you playing? Oh, okay. So you guys like combat games? Like you like things like what is that? A live game or whatever. You like Tekken. You like Soul Calibur. You like things like that. For Honor is the game. It's an excellent game. I love that game. It's a little tricky, but that makes it also like really great to play because it's not just so simple and just so lame. And he's an excellent player. He has a 100% win rate of 600. What was it? No, 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 no. 600 deaths or something like that. 600 deaths and 100% win rate. So he's very good. Different classes. You have somebody that wields a samurai sword. You have somebody that wields axes. You have somebody that wields a staff. Um, all kinds of different things. And you fight against somebody playing online. So it's one-on-one online against somebody. But it is actually like a 360 play, right? It's not like a Tekken or a Mortal Kombat or something where it's side by side. It is a 360 play. So you get to run around, you get to dodge, you get to do all these things, which it can be great, but it can also make your life a little more difficult if you don't know exactly what to do. 600 kills, 117 deaths, and 100% win rate. So he's really good. You want to watch something like that? Go on. You want to watch something like Guild Wars 2? You see my brother, but I don't think he's streaming tonight. My brother's in Raleigh right here. But yeah, go there. You're interested in that type of stuff. I mean, even if you don't want to play it, it is fun watching. It is really fun watching. Listening, he will tell you things, and he will get frustrated and all crazy and stuff. So that'll be interesting entertainment for you too. So whatever. Yeah, this is another thing. Now, Kenshin is a professional samurai in real life. This is not a joke. This is not a game. In real life, he's a professional samurai, and he has actually verified that these movements of the characters that present the samurai within the game are actually confirmed professional movements of an actual samurai. The weapons, everything is very authentic and accurate to the real life samurai, to the real life training and equipment that the samurai has in real life. And that's another reason why he's very attracted to this game, because it is authentic to the reality of these things. So you got a professional samurai that can tell you this is how it would actually turn out in a real life fight with a sword. So, you know, you get education there. You can ask him, you can text him messages and ask him if you have questions about these things, Bushido code, things like this. You can ask him, what is the main thing the samurai needs to know? What is the main thing that the samurai needs to learn? All of these things. So, yeah, this can be not just fun, but can be also educational. And maybe you can say, oh, wow, I discovered a new game that I really would like to play. A combat game, that's it. Um, yeah, there he said it himself. Closest to realism he has found, to be honest. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, go and rate his channel. Um, we are a tight knit group. We support each other, right? I support him. I will, as soon as I'm done here, I will go on his stream and I will watch him too, because that's what we do, right? And if you are part of this group, support others, right? Support us. We all support each other, because that's what it's all about. It's the only way we're gonna get anywhere. That's the only way we're gonna survive as a race. The esoteric race and the eccentric race that we are, we need to support each other. And the artist race that we are. So, bye, Kenjin. I'm gonna go now too, guys. I got to. So, thank you again, everybody, for coming. I will see you next week. I will be here, and we will continue this journey, or we will go on to this journey. We'll see. I'll let you know.